Welcome back. This is the soda campaign that I run with my lovely girlfriend Maria, which you see
Me.
above me right now. We are in the
Oh.
middle of the character selection and, well, select creation, as we like to call it in D&D. We need to select one more spell, and then we go over to backgrounds, and we talk a bit more in depth of what kind of character she wants to play, so we can tailor the world towards her character in the world creation videos that I might do. Um, if you are not familiar with D&D Beyond, I've made a couple of videos on it already, which should be on the channel. Um, if you want to know more about her, check out the previous video. This is part 2. And let's get back into it, I guess.
Yeah.
um, we skipped a little bit ahead because we were talking for a little bit and then we got interrupted. You were asking about minor image,
Yeah.
a
Mirror.
mirror image, sorry.
Mirror.
A mirror image, uh, which is a combat defensive spell, kind of.
Okay.
There is other spells as well. Let me know if you want to pick that one or something else. You have
I'll pick that one.
you have invisibility as well if you want to do just like disappear completely from view, um,
Mhm.
which is also probably easier to use
Yeah.
outside of combat as well. So it provides similar. If they can see you, they will not be able to hit you very well as well. So it has a similar thing. This is up to an
Mhm.
hour instead of up to a minute as well.
Yeah. I think I might go for invisibility then.
Okay. Which at higher levels will let you cast it on other people too for
Oh,
mischief,
yay.
or if you run into NPCs that you really like and want to tag along with, and that's also fine. Let's go back to class features because we need to talk a bit about them. Let's go to class features, and we need to look at Eldritch evocations. At level 2, you gain 2 Eldritch evocations, fragments of forbidden knowledge.
Oh.
So these can be either damaging, like this one, which is agonizing blast as your charisma modifier to the damage of Eldritch Blast. It could also be defensive, like Shadow Armor, which lets you cast Mage Armor, boosting your AC at will without spending spell slots or material components. Um, could be levitation as well. Could be more utility, like you don't have to sleep anymore. You can just do a light activity instead. A beach speech also utility lets you talk with animals. Guiding influence isn't useful to you at all because you have to do skills.
Mhm.
Bewitching whispers you cannot pick yet. Bond of talisman you cannot pick yet. This one you cannot pick yet because it is an adversification that goes from your pact bond, which you don't have yet. This Devil's Sight, which lets you see magical darkness and gives you dark vision for 120 feet. Eldritch Mind, advantage on Constitution saving throws for concentration spells. Or Eldritch Sight, detect magic at will, so you can see magical effects and kind of determine what school they are from. Increase the range of your Eldritch Blast. Read all writing. Du-du-du. Lets you cast false life. Gives you temporary hit points. Da-da. There is many. Let's just say it that way. There's many. You can touch a creature if they're willing. You can see use their senses to see until the end of the next turn. But you are deafened and blinded for the duration
Oh,
as well. So you can only see through them for that amount of time.
yeah.
Could be
Is there
useful,
anyone that
could not
you
be useful.
particularly recommend?
Um, there's so many different options that flavor your character differently. Depends on what you want to accomplish with your character. Um, I mean, it's this mask of many faces. A disguise self spell is very useful if you want to infiltrate different things, but you're a changeling, so it doesn't appeal to you because you
Mhm.
are the mask of many faces, basically. Um, the silent image, which is another illusionary spell that you can cast at will, which could be very useful in some situations, not in other situations. So it really depends on if you want to be more combat orientated or want to purely do utility with these.
I think it's like they're more in the stealthy kind of range. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if they have to fight, they will fight and they know how to fight. But if
Mm-hmm.
they can complete a task without fighting,
Mm-hmm.
that's even better.
Okay. We will go to packs later. Do you want to then like? Is your character more one that wants to gather information?
Like a spy of sorts.
Yeah, a roguish spy or
Mm,
intrigue driven, possibly.
yeah, I was thinking either that, like, if they want to steal, it can be stealing even information or anything else. They
Mm-hmm.
contact this person in
Would you then
particular.
be more active at night?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe Devil's Sight is one to pick if you don't have dark vision yet. I don't think changelings have dark
No.
vision, so that is definitely one to keep an eye out for. Um, and if you want to gather information, then we also have, I think it's a little further down, Eyes of the Runekeeper, so you can read all writing, no matter what language it is. So those two I then would recommend, I think. Or if you want to do more defensive, then the Mage Armor, the Shadow Armor is also.
I think the devil's sight can work because I doubt that they will read the information. They might just as well take the whole thing with them.
Okay. But does your character feel like they need to understand the material they seal, or is it just about distilling the information in
No.
general?
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
about stealing it, not necessarily knowing it.
Okay. So you don't need to know what you blackmail someone with. You just need to know that's particular information you could blackmail with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they even blackmail is more of a if a person asks them to get a certain information for them
Hmm.
or a certain item, they will get it
Would your
for
character
them.
be more interested in stealing stuff then?
Yeah,
So knowing which item is more valuable or magical is probably something your character would want.
maybe, but it's not as important
Hmm.
considering they're probably sent to do it.
Okay, so
They,
you kind of want to have like a more bounty hunter aspect
hmm
to it.
yeah,
Okay. Which you would most likely get into fights with at some point.
If they can avoid it,
Well, yeah, if
they
they can
will.
avoid it, they will, but some fights are not avoidable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
having some sort of protection against that or some extra damage might be useful for your character then.
Hmm.
So either like Armor of Shadows or Agonizing Blast, perhaps, like one of these two, depending if you want to go more offense or defense.
Yeah, I think the agonizing blast will probably be more offense than defense.
Mm-hmm. You want to be like, if you get in a fight, you want to end it more quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you get in like a melee fight or like a ranged fight then? I think if you get caught, you would more likely be in a melee fight, wouldn't you?
Depends again on the distance that they are at.
Mm-hmm. Because if you use a ranged spell in melee combat, you have disadvantage on hitting, so the bonus wouldn't
Mhm.
help much.
Yeah.
However, the Armor of Shadows would still protect you no matter what range it is. So it would ensure your survivability a bit better.
Hmm.
So that is the difference kind of between the two.
Mm. Now go for this one and see where it goes.
Yeah, Agonizing Blast it is. Okay. We will go to the pact section, which is below this whole wall of text. Here we go. Pact boon. Your otherworldly patron bestows you a gift for your loyal service. You gain one of the following choices. Either you can create a weapon, basically. In your empty hand, you can choose the form this melee weapon takes each time you create it. You are proficient with it while you wield it. It counts as a magical weapon, purposes overcoming resistances. You can transform by. You can transform one magic weapon into your pact weapon by performing a special ritual. So if you procure a magical weapon that you want to use as a pact weapon, you just have to do a ritual to make it so you can make it appear and disappear.
Okay.
Pact of Chain. You can have a familiar. So you can, when you make an attack action, you can forgo one of your own attacks and let your familiar attack instead. And you have some other options for familiars in this case. Pact of Tome it gives you a spellbook, basically. You can choose 3 cantrips from any spell class. The 3 needed be from the same list. While the book is in your person, you can cast those cantrips at will. They do not count against the number of cantrips that you already know. If they do not appear in your warlock spell list, they nonetheless are warlock spells to you, so you still use your charisma modifier to cast them. If you lose the book, you can do 1 hour ceremony to replace the book. To receive a replacement from your patron. Your patron won't be happy if you do, but could be performed during short or long rest. And the book will turn to ash when you die. And I had one more option in here, the talisman. Where is the talisman in this? I don't see it. Huh. Oh, it's in here. Okay. Basically, a good luck charm on ability check, as far as you can see it. You can use that equal to your proficiency bonus. Yeah, it's basically a utility, more or less, instead of defensive or offensive. Which one sounds most interesting to you?
I think the book one.
Yeah? Okay. Pact of the Tome.
Yes. Spells! More spells! All the spells.
Yes, okay. I will grab the spell list. Hold on a second. Because I need to go to view all for this.
If you have seen the first part, you know why I'm saying this.
More spells. Cantrip. Filter. Because this is not limited to your class. This is all the cantrips.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have a few more options. Like Druid class would normally be druids or
Druid.
divine casters only. Yeah, there is 3 pages of this, babe. Yep. You did this. Are you proud of yourself yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I will quickly fix that, the recording. There we go. So they now can see the full name and the icon in front of it.
Okay.
Do you want more
I
offensive
I
spells?
think I already have the blade ward, right?
Yes, you do. Yep.
I know what chill touch is. There's lights, I know. The friends ones, I know. Frostbite as well. Gust as well, because my druid has it. What is lightning lure?
Lightning lure. It is a lash of energy. For one creature within 15 feet of you, they must succeed a strength saving throw or be pulled straight towards you and take 1d8 if it is within 5 feet of you. So if it's next to you, they take the 1d8 damage. Or, yeah, 1d8 damage for now. Okay. Will turn to 2 if you level up one more time.
What is the mage hand?
It's a spectral hand that can carry up to 10 pounds. And has a range of 30 feet. So it's like a floating hand thing. It is visible, but more like a ghost hand kind of thing.
Okay.
And it can open and unlock doors, open a container, so retrieve an item, pour contents out of a vial, that kind of stuff, like simple actions.
Okay. Next page.
Next page. Page 2 out of 3.
Oh, what is mending? Is that a
repairing objects. Bless you.
Thank you.
It is repairing objects within, well, if they're no larger than 1 feet.
Yeah, no.
The repair.
No.
And otherwise you have to cast it multiple times. Each casting takes a minute.
Poison spray.
Yes, line of poison.
No.
Sorry, not a line of poison, but it is a
Gas.
puff of gas. Doing 1d12 poison damage.
No, that one's
within
fun.
10 feet.
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah, that one's fine. If they're close, especially.
Mm-hmm. Now we'll write it down.
It's just like poison.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no, there is a transmutation one that says Shilala?
Shillelagh.
Shilala.
The wood of a club or quarterstaff that you're holding becomes magical and does 1d8 damage.
Oh, okay. No, because I don't have any of those.
Mm-hmm.
Sword burst.
Which is here.
Towards the bottom.
Yes, you can create momentary circle of a spectral blade sweeping around you, doing 1d6 force damage
Oh, I like that one.
to any creature that's next to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't care about anyone but myself, so it's fine.
Yeah, and you don't have any other players to worry about anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next page.
Yes.
Last page. It's loading. There we go.
I have one left, right?
You have to pick one more, yeah.
No, the vicious mockery.
Yeah, you want that one?
No, no.
Okay. You want to mock people to death, huh? Insult me.
What is true strike?
True strike. You point a finger to a target. Your magic grants a brief insight to the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on the first attack roll against a creature. But it takes your action, so you just do one attack every 2 rounds. It's not the most effective.
A thorn whip, which is melee.
Yes, it is, but also a 30 feet range.
Oh.
You basically have a 1d6 whip, and then you pull a large or smaller creature 10 feet closer to you.
You will see a hand there. There you go.
Secret hands.
Secret hand. That was this guest star appearance of my mom.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know. I don't know which one to pick. So many options.
You have 3 attacking ones so far. So you could do one that is not attacking as well.
A defense one?
Either a defense one or a utility one like message, so you can communicate to someone else what's happening. Or a prestidigitation that gives you the ability to just turn on and turn off fires, basically. And change the light of fire and that kind of stuff. Or flavor of something for an hour.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah? So prestidigitation is the last one?
Okay. Yes.
So you picked... Hold on, the scrolling thing is a little fast. Poison spray. Prestidigitation. And sword burst. Awesome. So we have all rogue stuff, we have all warlock stuff, so we just go to the abilities. You have your dice there, correct? All the way over there in the corner. Shall I then just roll on D&D Beyond and see what we get? Okay. A generation method, a manual / rolled, and we're just going to roll. Nice dice animation. That's a 9. That's a 7. No, fuck. That's a 10. Okay, okay, okay. That's a 16. I don't think we need to roll much after this, babe.
Yay.
I think this will be it. 2 9s. Okay, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, this is what you have to deal with. Which one do you want where? So, quickly going over ability scores. We have 6 of them. We have strength, the ability to crush your tomatoes. Dexterity to dodge the tomatoes. Constitution, eating poison or drinking heavily or eat rotten tomatoes. Intelligence, knowing that tomato is a fruit. Wisdom, knowing that tomato does not belong in a fruit salad. And charisma, the ability to sell this rotten tomato to someone else that can then die of its toxic nature. In this case, dexterity and charisma is something you most likely will use the most often. Charisma being the most important because it's involved in your spellcasting abilities. And then dexterity for your stealth, your sleight of hand, your armor class, your ability to avoid getting hit.
Agreed.
We also have a +2 to one score and a +1 to another score. So we could bring both of them to 18 if you want to. Or one at 19 and then the other at 17. Depending. Or one at 18 and then bring one 9 to a 10 as well.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay, so you want your charisma? And then let's see what is left over after. Okay, charisma +2. And then also the 17 in there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then 16 would be dexterity.
Yes. What is the next best thing you can do? In a way, what I'm thinking...
I don't think they're super strong.
No, I agree. I think that would be one of the lowest. So I will just put a 9 in there for now. Constitution, possibly. Since you might have been dealing with some poisons in the past to keep being alive. Or in your background, you have lived on the streets for a while. It would make sense. But also, you're not dumb or unwise. So it might also be wisdom or intelligence. Probably more towards wisdom than intelligence.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Okay, wisdom. And then, do you want to boost your Conan intelligence to like a 10? So you have 2 10s?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter how I put this. As long as I put this one in intelligence. Okay. And then apply. Yeah, no? Oh, I did. Okay, cool. It just didn't update anything else. So if you press apply, it will change these numbers. So that's basically how you fill in your things. It rolled 4 dice 6, did not count the lowest number. That's how we roll in this case. We need to give you a language. What kind of language would you like to know? There's a plethora of languages, from the exotic to the more common languages.
Is there one that the Fae speak?
Elvish or Sylvan. Elvish is the most common language of those two in the rest of the world. Where does your... Let me scroll up. Game rules, backgrounds. We are going to pick a background next. Can I move this? Okay, hold on. Let me... There we go. Yes. So, what kind of background does your character come from? We talked about this a little bit in the last episode, but just a refresher for the people. We talked
Okay,
about the
I.
struggle between
Mhm.
wealth and poor, and that your character would likely be poor in this scenario to try to gain power.
Yeah, they were pretty much the I survive for myself kind of things. Like I don't create ties for anyone, and I'll do what I have to do in order to survive and rise and get off
Mm-hmm.
this place, basically.
You did mention doing stuff for others, like kind of like a bounty hunter, or
Hmm.
I think it's called urban bounty hunter. In here, let's just scroll down to that and take a look at it.
Urban
Urban
bounty
bounty
hunter.
hunter, which would give you insight. We'd have
Hmm.
to divide a different skill to somewhere else, or it will give us an option to pick a different skill. Um, you have contacts of people in different segments of society. Do-do-do. You have criminal underground. It's mostly related to different, kind of more like hits and collecting people for law enforcement rather
Hmm.
than stealing items. If you want to go more the stealing items route, there is criminal or charlatan would also be fitting, but you kind of have that built in already with your race.
I mean, I do think it's towards the bounty hunter route.
Mm-hmm. As criminal, you can select different things that might fit flavor wise,
Hmm. Yeah, the smuggler.
which also could be kind of bounty hunter, but maybe more a hired thief in this case.
Hmm.
And the ability that it gives is similar.
Yeah, I think this one works a little bit better though, for what I can read.
Like the criminal one.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay. Backgrounds. You criminal or spy. What kind of skill do you want from the rest of the skill list? So you have animal handling still, arcana, athletics, history, insight, investigation, medicine, nature, perception, performance, religion, and survival.
Hmm.
It would make
Maybe.
sense for to have either investigation or perception or both.
Yeah, investigation maybe, or both actually. Yeah, more than survival or anything of that sort.
Yeah. Or performance could work in some scenarios, or insight to see the nature of people could also work. It's up to you.
Those two work for now.
Hmm?
Those two work for now.
Okay. Would you like a dice set, a dragon test set, or playing card set?
Dragon what?
Dragon chess. So a chess set, basically.
The playing cards.
Playing cards. Okay. What kind of tools do you want for your secondary craft? It could be alchemist supplies. An instrument could also be like bagpipes. Could be carpenter supplies, cobbler tools, cook utensils, a pen flute, poisonous
The
sticks.
alchemy maybe.
Alchemy, yeah.
Yeah.
Criminal contact, it speaks for itself. Personality traits. So you want to
Da, da,
choose
da.
personality traits from here, or do you want to talk about what kind of character you are in the next episode?
I think we can choose them from here, and then we still do a little recap for the next one.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to pick them.
Well, the first one works.
I always have a plan for what to do when things go wrong. Yeah, makes sense.
Definitely not the I am always calm. Um,
Makes
Everything I
sense,
do
yeah.
is know the locations of everything valuable. Yeah, number 3.
Okay. Do you want to keep it with 2, or do you want to pick another one?
I'm incredibly slow to trust. I don't pay attention to the risks of the situation the best way. And blow up, but decided. I think we can also add number 5 to that.
Incredibly slow to trust. Yep. Okay. The next one. I think you value your freedom.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. It's freedom.
And maybe greed, depending on.
I think they just relate freedom with money. It's not necessarily that I want to have money for the sake of it or for power purposes. It's
Okay.
basically to be okay, like to get out of this
Okay.
godforsaken place.
Makes sense. Then we have 2 more.
Yes. Well, not the first one, not the second one. Um, mm, maybe the I will become the greatest thief that ever lived,
Okay. And
and then
then one of the
flaws.
flaws. We can always add more flaws to your character because it's always fun to have some flaws.
The more flaws, the better. What?
Yeah. Especially, yeah.
I run tail. I turn tail and run when things are bad. No. An innocent person is in prison for a crime that I committed. I'm okay with that. That one's probably one of them. Yes. Number
Okay.
6.
Yeah.
Number 2 as well, because I don't think they have many friends,
Okay.
if any.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1 for sure.
Okay. Let's go quickly to the last one. We will do equipment. We just go through this list of few options and then.
Okay, let's go for short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Then the short bow, just in case.
You do have a
Or a
cantrip that
second
is
short.
range.
Yeah.
So a second short sword
Yeah.
would make sense.
Hmm.
And a burglar's pack to break in
Yes.
easier.
Hmm.
This includes 1,000 ball bearings to escape, 10 feet of string to set a trap, a bell to make sure you are aware, 5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pythons, a hooded lantern, which you'll probably sell because you don't need it, 5 days of rations, a tinderbox, a water skin, and also 50 foot of hempen rope attached to the side of it.
Nice.
That's it for now. So we just add that.
Ta-da!
We have made your character sheet so far. I will let you
Woo!
wear that, and I will equip a sword for you. Fold this one out, and I can. Okay, we'll have to do that in a character sheet to do that offhand. So let's go to the next one, and it will show you this, and it will be a view character sheet in this case. You will have to still come up with a name, but that's for the reveal of next session.
Dun, dun.
Da da da. Okay. And let's go to inventory, and then I need to click on you, and then I need to customize and do you for dual wield. This will put that one
Yay.
sword a little further down in your bonus actions with a right roll with it. So that makes it a little bit easier to roll. Um, this is it for episode 2 of the solo campaign. And next episode we dive a little bit deeper into the background before we start playing, and then we have actual play. I teased it
Yes.
at the beginning. Didn't happen today. We have been going for 40 minutes. I tried to keep the
It's the
episodes
spells. It's
relatively.
the spells.
It's definitely the spells. I will try to keep the episodes relatively short, so it's easier to watch them in small increments as well. So hopefully in the next episode we will play. I will make sure that Maria has access to this character and that we can then play.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Happy gaming.